All right, so your number one problem farming is always going to be fencing if you've got livestock, and that is compounded if you have to fence across a pond. Our boundary fence runs across our pond, not far across it, just probably count those posts in a little bit, but it's just the back little edge. It's pretty stupid, to be honest. It's like maybe 20 foot of the pond on the other side, absolute tops on a pretty good sized pond, like close to half an acre, maybe quarter acre. But what has happened now is it's caused the bottom part of our woven wire fence to rust, just gone, completely gone. 18 inches of it at least gone. And while the pigs have still respected that for some crazy reason, the dogs are not. So the Pyrenees have discovered that they can squirt underneath it and have gone on a couple of joy rides on their own. And we have intact dogs, so that's not okay by us. So I think we caught them within 45 minutes of them being out. Nobody else around us has intact dogs that roam, but still. So what we're gonna do is, let's flip you around and show you what it looks like here. So you see where it runs across the pond here. It's just this little bit. You see that cattle panel that we'd ran before across, but you can see here what this looks like now that the water level has gone down and where it is all just rusted out and gone. So what we're gonna do, and it's even worse on that side, we're gonna put, I got Kate here to help me, tromping through the mud. Thankfully there's some gravel that helps. We're gonna put cattle panels on there. Now the woven wire did last like 5 or so years, but cattle panels are obviously thicker than woven wire. So I'm hoping to get at least 10 years before they rust out, maybe even longer. And I've got a real crummy tripod system today. I'm just gonna wrap this thing around the phone, try to make it work. So if it's poor quality, I apologize, but stick with us and you'll get to see.
So y'all can see how far out they go out and around those panels while we're setting them up. They cannot keep crossing back and forth from one paddock to the other. I'm worried 2 or even 3 panels out into the pond isn't going to resolve it. If y'all have any suggestions on this, please drop them below in the comments. I need to resolve this problem ASAP so that our rotation gets back to where it needs to be.
All right, coming to you from inside of a willow tree. Gosh, I know there's some wind. So I had just ran off the cattle panels I had on hand. I did buy some from Lowe's, but Lowe's is, oh my God, they went up from cattle panels used to be like 19 bucks a piece. Now they're 60. So I'm probably gonna call and cancel that order. I found somewhere else that's got them for about 31 because they're supposed to deliver them out next week. I think I'm just gonna cancel that. At that price, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't need the 10 that I ordered now that I realized that I had like 5 hidden over at my in-laws that I forgot I'd bought. To make a hay enclosure to keep the cows out, but all the cows are gone now, and who knows when we'll get more cows. So I'm at least 2 to 2.5 shy, so I'll just do 3. So I'll just swing up there in the next couple days, get 3 more and slap them on the end there. What this is stopping is that we have the dogs all up at the house right now to resolve this. So the dogs will then just get to come back out here at some point, and as soon as I finish fixing it, then the dogs come back out. I've been working on weed eating down all the fence lines so that then I can get the electric running back as hot as it should, because right now it's just not running that juicy. But I've got 2 paddocks fully weed eated out of 7, 8, because there's the other yard. The ones that have electric, there's a lot more paddocks, but a lot of them are just like hog panel and don't need electric because the hog panel holds pretty good, but hog panel is expensive to do an entire area in. So yeah, my recommendation would be, if you have a fence like this, it was easier for us to run our wire all the way across the pond just so we could tighten it easier, because there's only corners on either end. There's not a corner in the middle, and I wasn't going to put a corner in the middle. So if you're going to go ahead and run wire across the pond like this, and it is in a similar situation to ours like this, I would highly recommend going ahead and just hanging up some cattle panels and saving yourself this drama. And this lasted 5 years, so really if you're fine waiting 5 years and then doing it, you can get away with it. But keep an eye on your dogs when it gets close to 5 years, I guess. If y'all like this content, remember to hit that like button down there at the bottom. Lets me know to keep making more videos like this and that people are actually watching. Beyond those few of you that I know are pretty dedicated, and I appreciate you. If you want to help solve somebody else from having this same problem, hit that share button. And always feel free to comment with questions you've got about this project or any other project that I've got down in the comment section, or even just to say hello. That's always helpful. The more comments we get on a video, the more exposure the video gets through the algorithm. And then if you guys want to help support the farm beyond what it is, and you're too far away to buy pork locally from us, we do sell our trees in the spring, but you can also just join the Patreon. There are a few little perks in there, and I'm continually adjusting those perks and taking suggestions for ways to make those perks a little bit better and more worth your time and money. So y'all have a good rest of your week.